Well, I think in the video it looks the other way around. Look at the name there, Nasar Karim. Well, I'm attempting to do a book review. I haven't done one for, seems like a long time. I'll try not to do like the news. Well, what can I say? Myshi Moo and the Frowning Face. This is great. It's not just for kiddies. Grown-ups can read it too. As I'm a kid, I feel like a boy in a man's body. Not sure how that sounds nowadays. So Nasar Karim, I remember when he started writing this, and he read some of it to me. So to meet the actual author, just give him a tenner for it. I mean, Amazon, I think they charge you $7.99. I thought I'd meet the author, get it signed, give him a tenner. There you go. It's not just for profit, is it? But wow, this to me could be an animation in the future. Bit like something that Stephen King would write and turn that into a movie. Steven Spielberg could do. Yeah, get in touch with Steven Spielberg. That's his name. Not that he steals burgers. Thing is, I like rhyming. So this book to me is poetry, it's rhyme, it's a riddle, it's a song, it's a horror, it's a PG, it's a parent guardian. It could be turned into any of those things. I wasn't sure how to do a book review. I was thinking, I haven't done one for a long time, so maybe it'll be no good. But I thought, let's just try anyway. Yeah, I loved it. As soon as I got the book, I was reading, or 2 copies, signed of course. I got one signed for my son and one for me. Well, this one's for my son, Ibrahim. I read my copy. I thought I'd use this for the book review. He'll have it when he comes back from holiday. Enjoyed the story. I think this is wonderful. You know, it's the kind of thing that kids like to read and like to watch. And the consciousness, subconsciousness, that's not the word I'm looking for. It starts off slow and gets better and better. You know, like these movies where they start off slow and all of a sudden things starts happening, and towards the end it's getting faster and faster, faster, faster. And at the end, yes, there's a cliffhanger. Well, I think it's the cliffhanger. Does she make it home or not? I think there's got to be a second book, Nas. There's definitely got to be a second book. This could be a series of animation, you know, part 1, part 2, part 3. I can see this going further. There could be so many endings in this. But all the way through, I was singing it and speaking in different accents while I was reading it, singing slow, singing fast. And then sometimes you try to read it faster because you know, you just want to get to the next stage, what's going to happen, what's going to happen. And the amount of, it rhymes all the way. I tell you, this is poetry because, I mean, just from the start all the way to the end, there's not a page that doesn't have any poetry in it. So let's just read a bit from somewhere. I was going to take notes, but then I thought I could just speak about it whilst looking into it. I mean, the characters in here, obviously this Myshi Moo, not Myshi Moo. That's a Hungarian girl, I know. Anyway, so Myshi Moo, there's Mummy and Daddy, there's Myshi Moo goes exploring. She knows every corner and every inch of the floor. She knows all the windows and all the doors. There is nothing unknown and nothing unseen. Wherever it is, Myshi has been. There's not a place in the town she can't navigate. But Myshi Moo has grown frustrated of late. The only thing she doesn't yet know are out in the night where nobody goes. Anyway, there's these characters, I forget what they're called now. Shows I only read it once. I'm trying to find the other characters. But a boy turns up at the end, out of the blue. She is full of long grass, long green grass, and the clock towers. No one ever goes there. Well, they haven't been there for centuries, according to this book. The humans have not met these creatures for thousands of years. In some cases, you'd think they've never met. So, of course, there was mistrust between the humans and the creatures. It reminds me of a movie I've just watched, actually a Netflix called Sweet Home. And there's a bit in here where somebody's eyes turn back and the head goes back, and it's just you know, I've actually still got the last season on. It's still it reminds you of some horror movies. It starts off pleasant, but there can be some scary bits. The last chapter actually reminds me of Doctor Who. It looks like it's going to end, but you know it's not going to end. There's got to be another bit. As the chorus rolls into endless night, creating a certain suspense. To Myshi Moo, something didn't seem right. Something didn't make sense, just like everyone else. Myshi Moo knew the grass was considered out of bounds. The greedy grass, everyone called it, but what had Myshi Moo found? So you need to find out more about the grass. You know, as kids, we've always looked at houses where they look scary and you don't want to go in. And some houses are empty and you go in and you always think, is there any creatures upstairs? Are there any monsters? I remember going into a house, breaking into a house. So actually there was no one living in there. We thought the guy had died and we would never go upstairs just in case he's actually in. Must have been about 8 years old. Well, anyway, those houses got knocked down. So there's the fuzzaroos. The fuzzaroos had run from humans who hunted them for their skin. So you got the fuzzaroos, Myshi Moos and the fuzzaroos. I could see this being turned into song and dance all the way through. I could see kids dressing up as these creatures and putting on a play, to turn into play. Fuzzaroos all shouted death. Every single fuzzaroo was wearing fancy shoes, and they were all walking with their hands outstretched towards panicked Myshi Moo. Panicked and picnicked. Sorry, I have a bit of problem with reading the words. It looks similar. I've got varifocals as well. It's not helping. Listen to me, fuzzaroos. I am the mighty Myshi Moo. So Myshi Moo. And if you're good, here's what I'll do. Oh, this is getting too long. I could go on and on. I love it. It's just, I love the rhymes all the way through. This is poetry. This is a song. This is a songbook. I mean, I could sing this. I think in the future, I'll probably, there's a Mr. Moo and Mrs. Moo, of course, because of the there's trumpet trees, but they don't trumpet trees. Do they have trumpets? That's exactly how I think. This is the long one, isn't it? Maybe you won't listen to it all. There's hundreds of parrots, just eating 100 parrots. I mean, there's more and more characters introduced, you know, as you read along. Oh, I'm going to give this 10 out of 10. You know why? Because it's his first book. Well done, Nas. His first book. Great to actually meet an author. I know 2 authors now. And this, like I said, I could go on and on and on about it. You need to read this. It would be fun to read to kids and to sing. Oh, there's a Stripy Bee. Yeah, what a name for a bee. As kids, we always called bees Stripy. I just made it in a book. Revenge, revenge. So I'm reading you bits and bats from different parts of the book. I don't want to give it away. The look upon her husband's face, the trembling is... Anyway, so this book can be a dream. There may be, the whole story may be a dream, or it's a dream within a dream. She can get into your dreams with the creatures that help her. I won't give the names away. Actually, I can't even find them now. But, so there's about, I read the 5 chapters first, then I read up to 16, and then up to 21. That's it. That's all I can say. Myshi Moo and the Frightening Face is a short story by Nasar Karim. Past the land of trumpet trees, past the land of trumpet trees, and greedy grass and honey bees, there is a place down a giant hole where no one ever dares to go. Some say it's a house, some say it's a cave, but no one has ever been so brave. Anyway, I'll leave it at that. Myshi Moo. Sounds like a cow. Myshi Moo. Anyway, I'll leave it at that. Like I said, this is too long. It's going on to 10 minutes. Anyway, well, one last look. Is there a way we can get it the right way around? Anyway, good night. God bless. Thank you.